So Luke chapter 12, verses 22 to 28. Then turning to his disciples, Jesus said that is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life, whether you have enough food to eat or enough clothes to wear. For life is more than food, and your body more than clothing. Look at the ravens. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, for God feeds them. And you are far more valuable to Him than any birds. Can all your worries add a single moment to your life? And if worry can accomplish a little thing like that, what's the use of worrying over bigger things? Look at the valleys, look at the lilies and how they grow. They don't work or make their clothing, yet Solomon in all his glory was not dressed as beautifully as they are. And if God cares so wonderfully for flowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow, He will certainly care for you. Why do you have so little faith? So when I was a kid, I don't know if you're familiar with the song "Don't Worry, Be Happy." And actually, this song they said it is a call to let go of our worries and embrace for joy and contentment. But there are lines here that it says, in every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. So don't worry, be happy. So I'm not promoting this song to be listened, but rather I am emphasizing God's promises and His trustworthy words. So I have a question here. Why do we worry so much? And why is there so much anxiety? Our natural alarm system alerts us to potential danger. Human bodies are designed to protect us, and when we sense a threat, which are real or perceived, a stress signal is sent to the brain. In everyday life, this can manifest as worry. While this response can be helpful at times, it often turns into a never-ending loop that can be difficult to break. So if you can think of it, my brothers and my sisters, if we worry about this thing and then another we will worry about, so it's like never-ending cycle of worry. And Valentina Dragomir, a psychotherapist, says, we worry because we're constantly trying to figure out how to solve problems. By nature, humans are problem solvers. As soon as we identify a problem, our brains start churning out possible solutions. The more emotionally invested we are in a problem, the more worry we feel. So, tonight, are we emotionally invested in our problems, or should we be invested more in God's faithfulness? Fear of losing control and caring too much can lead to worry. Anxious individuals might have trouble stopping themselves from becoming overly invested in a worrisome livelihood. We often worry about things that haven't happened yet, forgetting how God has taken care of us in the past. He has always been faithful through our ups and downs and has never let us down. We hear or read Bible verses about worry and anxiety so often that their meaning can diminish over time. Let's remember that the word of the Lord, even if we hear or read it daily, should remain valuable hope. We must not allow our hearts to grow dull to His faithfulness. Otherwise, our worries and anxieties may seem bigger than how great our God truly is. And the last Bible verse I will read to you, Philippians 4, chapter 6 to 7. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guard